You guys, I'm gonna talk a little bit more, and I'll get a couple more questions. Real quick, before I forget. Hopefully this comes up again. Nope, that's not what I want. I need help. We'll go back to that last slide I had. It's the book. You guys, real quick, one simple idea, the Yellow Book was really my big hit from McGraw-Hill. We sold over 100,000 copies, and I cannot thank you enough for that. Okay. There it is. Business books don't sell. So a typical business book might sell 10,000 copies and the publisher's happy. And this book, because of my InventRight course that I've been teaching for 15 years, the publisher said, Steve, would you put your course in the book? And I did exactly that. My course now is $2,300 a year. I put every step in my course in this book. And that's why it has strength. It's been around for a long time. Because you know what I believe in, you guys? I believe in everybody being empowered. Right? And my partner thought I was crazy by, why would he give that away? Because maybe it will help. And it did. It's helped people all over the world. I've got friends everywhere. But guess what? If they want more, we do coaching too. That's the way it's worked. So the book's coming out again, October 6th. I've got some new information on it. I think people are going to be a little surprised. The opportunity has grown bigger than it ever. This is the best time. I've never seen it this great for us. So if you haven't got off the couch and do something, please do it now. Cold calling companies. It's no longer cold calling. You don't have to call a company anymore. I used to do this thing where you call up and say you're a product developer. That doesn't exist very much anymore. Most companies have online submission forms. So I have a whole chapter talking about just how to communicate and how to work it. And I've got off a little bit off topic too about how to manage it, right? And I talk about that in the book, from online, how to manage it all the way through. So someone's actually looking at it, not just this black hole that goes into it, but also how to reach out to the right people on LinkedIn. Right? You gotta be a little careful. LinkedIn is the greatest tool, but you can't go in there and go, gimme, right? You can't do that. You have to start a conversation, right? So the book talks about how to get in, how to use social media to make the connections and relationships, and it truly does work, you guys. It's easier today than it ever has been. You can get anybody now, and their name. That's what's incredible. I've got this all updated. It's called Getting In. And new patent laws, of course, I've talked about that. In my opinion, that hasn't changed one thing in my life. I don't think it's going to change anything in your life either. But that PPA is really important. Don't forget it. I've also talked about the pitfalls. I've never really done that before. I talk about what can go wrong, all the things to avoid, the red flags, how deals go bad, and how to get them back on track, or how to run as fast as you can. So I really talk about the pitfalls for the first time. I didn't think that was a topic anybody really wanted to hear, but I think people can benefit greatly from it. As seen on TV is exploding. That's a really weird industry, you guys. Everything we say about it, my approach of calling 30 companies does not apply to as seen on TV. Do them one at a time. Because they will work around you as fast as you can blink. In fact, I have an event coming up at Make 48. We'll talk about it in just a minute, where there's a panel of inventors and everybody's working around them. And they're all as seen on TV, guys. They play a very mean game, but there's so much money to be made. So I talk all about how the ins and outs of that industry, what to kind of avoid, how to pitch it, how to win. We've got a testimony from John Hurley. Does anybody know John Hurley at All Star Products? Great guy. He wrote me very wonderful guys. You guys, he's the type of guy that speaks here. John Hurley looks at all the products that comes in through All Star Products. They did the Snuggies. And those are the type of guys you want to meet. Those are the type of guys you want to have relationships. And if you're having an in here, you have to be involved. Because I can pick up the phone, hey John, what's going on? Those are the type of relationships. By the way, I'm going to give out my telephone number right now, so write it down. Here it is. 209-480-8603. Got it? Here's my direct email. My full name, Stephen Key, and Stevens with the PH. Stephen Key at InventRight.com. InventRight.com. Don't invent wrong, invent right.com. And I always do this, and I get like 2 calls. Or I get 2 calls like 2 years later. So what are you waiting for? I also talk about, in fact, we talked a little bit about it, but really how to be an expert in a micro category. That's looking at where your product is, setting that category so tight so you know every product that's been done before you, so you can bid for the future. And you really need to look at it that way, and you can become an expert in a couple hours. Andrew Krause developed that for our program, and my partner did a fantastic job just with that topic alone. Trade shows, you guys, I used to say don't go to trade shows. I'm all about trade shows now because you can meet so many people so fast. You meet the whole industry, understand every problem, make every connection with a couple of days if you work it right. And so if you have an opportunity to go, there's planning involved, how to save money, who to talk to, how to present yourself, all that kind of great stuff to make work for you. And I talked about this, workarounds. I talk about workarounds again. You guys, I am going to beat everybody up on workarounds because it saved my life. And it can save yours too, and give you value at the same time. The other thing too, freelancers. How many people are working with people on Elance or Fiverr? This is amazing. You can look like a big company. You can look like the best. I've seen napkin drawings and things that look like they're real, and like $65. I mean, who heard of such a thing? You know, when I first started, I did these sketches. Now you can touch and feel it. I mean, it's amazing. So if you're not familiar with looking at freelance designers on Elance or Fiverr, I mean, Fiverr, I think they can do it for $5. It's like ridiculous. But check it out. I talk all about it. What to watch out for, too. You got to manage everything, right, even on that site as well. But please check it out. You'll save yourself hundreds of dollars, thousands if you're really smart, too. Shark Tank is a right for you. I wrote this article, The 3 Lies You Hear on Shark Tank. I was going to get sued. I got an email from Damon saying knock that off. You guys, I've learned that, when I first started coming out, I could kind of pull the curtain back on some situations. And I learned that I really can't do that so much anymore. I'm more of a target now. People watch our newsletter. How many people have our newsletter here? If you don't have it, you guys, sign up for our newsletter. We put a lot of information on there all the time. I think you'll benefit it greatly. But you'd be surprised who's on that newsletter list. I found some big companies I really didn't wish had my newsletter that are on it. I gave that cease and desist. Happens. You know you're doing a good thing when it happens. So October 6th, the new book's coming out. If you have a copy, you might want to pick the second edition. I think you'll find some good information. Make 48, and then we'll go back to questions. You guys, how many people are aware of Make 48? Raise your hand. I know Linda was to it. We had the first one in April. I was invited. They got some wonderful people down in Kansas City, a wonderful group just like this. And they put on this thing called Make 48. And they said, Steve, could you come down and be a speaker? And I went down there, and I just said yes. I didn't know what it was going to be about. And I got down there, and sure enough, it was the most remarkable time I've ever had. It was my family again. And they put on this event. They have a major sponsor giving a challenge on Friday night. And these contestants, we have one coming up in October. We have 20 teams, about 60 people coming from 10 different states. They had 48 hours to come up with a solution and build a prototype and pitch it. It is so much fun. They're staying up all night. Everybody's downstairs. I'm there. Everybody's working together. It's the coolest thing. And then they pitch it. Now there's prizes. You can win $6,000. You get a licensing deal. And this thing, I got so excited about it. They asked me to get involved, and I said, better yet, let me see if I can sell it for TV. And so that's going to be filmed for a potential reality TV show coming up. It's called Make 48. It's just the most exciting thing. Really proud of it. I'm really happy they asked me to be involved. And I had nothing to do with the concept. It's all theirs. But I just said, let me help. So I put together October 3rd. I said, look, you need to have some speakers come in. I know a lot of these people you probably know, Steve. I know you do. But these are people in our industry that they sometimes they come together, sometimes they don't. We have people that really don't come out of the woodwork, some of these inventors. But we have Louis Foreman. How many people are familiar with Edison Nation? Okay, quite a few. Louis, the guy's a pro. He's been around forever. He's going to be there. He knows what he's doing. He's wonderful. Warren Tull, he's been up here, great guy, knows the kitchen industry like no one does. This guy he is the guy. If you got a kitchen product, he's the guy. You have to know him. You just have to know him. And he just knows that business. John Hurley, you see him up there, he's going to give a talk about SEO on TV, how to get in. This is a full day of speaking that I don't think we've ever pulled this many people together for a full day. Nancy Tedeschi, how many people know Nancy with the Snap It Screw? You guys, I met her at a trade show, and she had a little booth. And I met her for the first time, and now her little product sells all over the world. It's brought in $15 million. She went get on the shelf at Walmart, and she spoke at the USPTO just recently. Everybody's going to love her. She's fantastic. She's going to be there. What I like about this event, you can come and you get to meet these people. These are like us. They're just normal people. But they have information. They have connections. They have knowledge. And what I've found, most people that have lost it and made it again will share. Right? Because they know what goes up comes down. It all does this. It's the early guys that just walk in it. Those are hard guys to get to. But find the old guys like me that have done this. Those are the guys you want to reach out to. They'll tell you everything. They maybe don't want to hear. We have Josh, a Bag of Balloons. How many people are familiar with Bag of Balloons? That thing's everywhere. He's going to be there. He's the father of 8. I think he came up with this idea because he was filling up water balloons. He's got 8 kids. And it was killing him. So he found a way of doing like 20 at a time. All right, so he's going to be there. We've got guys like Michael that did the X-Hose. How many people familiar with the X-Hose? He's down in Florida. He also is a songwriter. He's a very famous songwriter, actually. Did the X-Hose, and that product, he has a lot of workarounds. I don't call them knockoffs anymore, the workarounds. And that does $1 billion in sales. That does more sales than the most popular movie ever. So there's a lot of money out there, you guys. Just got to find a way to grab it. Of course, we have the USPTO coming out. They're going to come out and tell us how to work with the USPTO. I just said, it's about time people love the USPTO. They have to realize they're your best friend. And it's about time they're going to come out and tell you exactly what they offer, because they've got the best customer service ever. And of course, we've got a patent attorney that's coming out. David Calley's been very close to the Ventures Group in Silicon Valley. He's going to show you how to write a conversion patent application. I told anybody, like, I don't care where you live, you're going to save thousands of dollars. He's going to show you exactly how to do it. Patent attorney David Calley. So there's a few other guys there. That's a full day, October 3rd. I know it's far for you guys. Linda made the trek last time, drove all the way down. I think she enjoyed it. But it's fun. Some people come in for all 3 days. This will be a traveling show. I won't tell you where it's going to be next, but it's traveling around. So hopefully, and there's a discount code. I'm sorry, you guys. It's $129, but there's a discount code if you write that down. Invent, you get $30 off. I will be there on Thursday, stay until Monday. And I'm going to be I'm just going to have a blast. I'm going to hang out. Hopefully everybody will show up, all friends, students. Just come out, you guys. Let's have a good time. It's our event. It's ours. It's really, that's why I like about Make 48. I told these guys, it's not about me. It's not about Liz Foreman. It's not about Warren Tuttle. It's about all of us now. This is what this industry should be about. We need to come together as a group. We need power as a group. We have a resource page. Hopefully we build that to a safe haven for all of us to work, make connections, build relationships, pick up the phone and go, hey, Warren, I got this. Or hey, John. Start working the system, guys. Sometimes it's not what you know, it's who you know. And that's a tough one. I saw him, yes?
How often do they have these Make 48 events?
We're having our second one. We've had the first one in April. April, and the next one's October. We're going to have, hopefully we'll have the next one in just the most amazing place. Yeah.
Good question. How do they pick out the teams to work on that?
What happens is, first of all, okay, people submit, the contestants are already filled up, that's done. You cannot submit this time. There's 20 teams. They're coming in from all over the place. But you submit an online video, 1 minute, of why you should be there. And they are fun. People have a blast. We've got from high school kids to just like 2 women from Buffalo came down. It's just it's like us. You know, no one has special skills, everybody has desires. And what's really amazing, downstairs in Union Station, Kansas City, there's a tech lab with 3D printers, and all these technical people to help you. That's what's amazing. So if I got an idea on a napkin, these guys can show you how to build it. And then we've got a production guys that can do the filming. So on Sunday, when the judges are there, you're up there, you're making a presentation, and the commercials look just like as you've seen on TV. It's so much fun. It's great for TV. In fact, the person I showed it to, I have an agent in New York, is the books, and they just fell in love with it right away. Because this is for TV. I said, I do it too. This is TV. Kurt McMillan, wonderful guy, set up that way. The guy's brilliant. And they just loved it. And they compared it to Project Runway meets Shark Tank. It's very good. You guys, I just hope it works, because if it does, it's always going to be, and that's my mission, to have Leap 48 always to be about us.